and Riggs. As you can see, my camera's not working today, so we're gonna get to see two lovely faces up there and just a black screen. We're going to be talking about the home stretch here, talking about the last couple games of the NHL season and the events that not that we forgot to cover, but what happened in between the last podcast and this podcast. Just going to take a look into the past a little bit here and in the future. Without further ado, I'm Jacob Golopoli, and we're also here with.
Zach Rosen. The show must go on.
And the other Jacob number 2, Mr. Jacob Lantain.
Frenchie.
We're gonna start off here. I think Zach's gonna hit us with some updates on some trades that we didn't get to cover last one.
The one that broke literally mid podcast last time was the Noah Hannafin trade. Noah Hannafin to Vegas for Daniil Miramanov, a conditional first, which I think is now just going to be a 26 first, and a 2025 conditional third, which I have no idea on the condition of that. Hannafin's fit in nicely. I mean, he's always been like a good number 2. He's never been like a number 1. That's at least my thoughts on him. And Miramanov, I know, is pretty much just an offensive guy, and from what I've heard from some Flames fans, he's fit in decently. I don't know too much because I don't watch the team much, and Team Tank is surviving kind of. So
Team Tank is happy. Yeah, he's been. Miramanov's been all right. I mean, the Flames have just been a complete crap show, but he's at least looked okay on the back end.
There's a certain tweet that was that said oh, the Flames have a logjam, and it's just all their defensive prospects. I was like, most of them are not NHLers.
Yeah, all of them are mid. No,
outside of Uyghur, Anderson, Shillington, Miramanov, Grushnikov's probably going to be an NHLer. Poirier's probably going to be an NHLer. Same with Etienne Morin. Otherwise, the rest
he's more fringe though. Moran's a little fringe.
I mean, his offensive talent will get him there, though.
Yeah. I think he'll probably replace Miramanov in a couple of years, but again, he's more of a bottom.
There's no way. Hold on. Side note: there's no way Alex Verdugo, out of all fucking people, just got the Yankees the lead on a 2-run home run. Good lord.
Yeah, well, that's Alex Verdugo for you. He shows up.
I've criticized that guy so many times in the first 6 games. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, Morin's, I don't know. I mean, Miramanov is big as well, so you're getting a big body there. It's all, I feel like a lot of it's dependent on if Hannafin resigns, because I know there was talks saying, oh, he's going to extend immediately after this trade.
Yeah,
nothing.
No, that didn't happen. I mean, to be fair, they did end up making a few more trades, so cap probably is a little bit iffy.
They have I want to say 15 mil in the offseason coming up.
Marcia Souza coming up, Mantha's coming up, Stevenson coming up,
which
Carrier's
someone's going to overpay him.
Martinez they're not going to bring back, that's fair.
Stevenson's going to get overpaid by somebody.
Hannafin's coming up, so they got to make decisions on who they're going to bring back, and
Stevenson's going to get overpaid by somebody else. I can't see them bringing him back.
I mean, listen, they're going for it. It's a great year to do it because
the West is wide open.
West is wide open, and they have an abundance of talent, and they don't really have a great prospect pool. So I respect it.
I'll just keep it on Vegas for now. Probably the surprise move of the deadline. Tomas Hertl to Vegas for a 2025 first. Unprotected in that draft is loaded. And Edstrom.
Yep.
Not the biggest fan of Edstrom, honestly. I texted Jacob about this after it happened. I was like, Edstrom, what do you think of Edstrom? And you said he'd probably shouldn't have been a first rounder.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think he should have been a first rounder just because he's got a pretty low upside. His floor is pretty good, but like when you're going in the first round, especially when you're Vegas, like I would not be going for like a low ceiling guy personally.
I mean he'll be a good
But
3C.
yeah. I wouldn't really
Yeah.
want to draft a 3C in my first round though,
No.
in particularly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2025 also like it's loaded. I mean,
It's I keep watching film on these kids. I'm doing a lot of work for this year's draft. Zach and I are working on the key, but it's next year's draft is actually terrifying. Like it's ridiculous. I'm watching guys in the second round that could probably go within the top 15 this year. Like it's ridiculous. LJ Mooney is probably going to go second round next year, and the kid was projected to be like he's just crazy. Like everybody knows
he's
about LJ
so
Mooney,
uber skilled.
but it's just like next year's draft is so ridiculous, and the fact that they gave that up is just crazy.
LJ Mooney is like that. I'm just gonna talk about him for a second. He's probably the most skilled guy on the U.S. program right now. So, like,
Yeah,
that says a lot.
no,
Cause,
Hagens,
I was gonna say, isn't Hagen
Oh,
sit
yeah.
there? Yeah.
Hagens.
second most skilled. I know they have like Potter.
Is that true? Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna. Well,
They have
I would take.
Mooney,
Yeah, I would take Mooney.
not Fronder. What is it? Fronder? Whatever.
Franz
And
Frondrick, he's pretty good
Frondrick.
too, but like I'd still take Mooney. Frondrick's gonna be a safer pick though, just because like he's a little bigger.
Yeah, and I know there's
The
one
USA
more.
team next year is just cracked. Like
Yeah,
it's pretty cracked next year.
yeah.
Yeah. Let me really quick pull that up
Yeah, because
because I remember
because
looking at
I
this
I
and I
was
was like,
reading
oh my god.
yeah I was reading the Scott Wheeler article about the 25 like very early 25 class. I was like, oh
Yeah.
wow,
So
okay,
Hagens, Hensler, Trethway, William
that's
Moore, Fondrick, Murda, Potter, Amico, Bracco,
serum
Shock, and then LJ
Rocco.
Mooney is supposed to go 45 out here, and then Henry
Insane.
Brustevich,
Brustevich, yeah.
yeah, Benjamin Kevin. And that's the best guys I've seen so
Jesus.
far. And the goalie's not terrible. Swint the
Daigle
second, Jefferson.
is in
Swint the
next year's
second.
class as well.
Yeah,
Gabriel Daigle, who could go in round 1.
right. So, but yeah, next year's draft is going to be ridiculous, and getting a 2025 first or second round pick is unbelievable. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's
So
some
moving on, I guess, to the next pick or
some
next trade.
smaller trades. Joel Edmondson to Toronto for a third and a fifth. Why?
That's huge.
He literally. Why? I don't even know if he's played well. Like,
I haven't heard complaints about him. I've heard complaints about Labushkin, but I've heard
okay,
he's
yeah,
been,
but that one was expected.
yeah, fair.
I've heard Edmonton's been really gritty for them. He's been kind of like that sandpaper kind of defenseman for them.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he's always been that though. Oh wait.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but-
apparently he's hurt.
Oh, wonderful.
Is he hurt now? Okay.
March 26th, undisclosed day today. Expected to be out at least the week ahead.
Well, yeah, you'll be
So-
fine.
And
wonderful.
they did extend Simone Benoit, so it's actually been
Yeah.
good for them.
Yeah,
Which
dude,
is
he's actually been an interesting
crazy.
surprise right after I drop him on fantasy, so it's great.
Which is
That's how it always works.
crazy. Crazy. A few smaller ones. Beauvillier to Nashville for a fifth, and he hasn't done much. Jacob Perreault to Montreal for Jan Misak. I mean, Montreal wins that.
That was that's a sneaky trade though. I
Yeah,
think that
'cause
could be good
Perreault-
for both
'cause-
sides.
Yeah, I mean, I think Perreault probably is going to be better NHLer.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
But Jan Misak, the only thing I remember is the Craig Button tweet about that guy saying, "Have you heard of the prospect Lick Misak?" And he responded, "No, I have not."
No, I have not. Sorry.
But yeah, another team as a whole I want to touch on since we're getting to their first trade on the TSN trade tracker. Brendan Duhaime for a third.
Mhm.
Yes.
Hashtag grit. Um, he doesn't do much except grit and get suspended. So
And get suspended is crazy.
I mean, I'm not wrong. And then
And get
they also got
suspended.
Yakov Trenin and Graham
Yeah.
Sward, who I actually have heard of, for Jeremy Hansel in a third.
Nice
For
trade.
sure, ever since then, Trenin's only lost like 1 or 2 games in regulation.
Hmm.
Since February
Oh yeah, I've
14th.
heard that.
Since
I remember hearing
February
about that.
14th, which is crazy. But no, Trenin's like, he's a good. I want to say he's playing 3C for them, 3-4C for them. Probably 4.
He's a good 4. I don't know about a 3.
Oh wait, did he get hurt?
Oh,
Okay, I'm looking on Daily Faceoff. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, Brendan Duhaime's also playing second line for the.
Oh, yeah, Duhaime's
now,
with
which is
Middlestat and
awful.
Lehkonen. Nice.
Yeah, why is Duhaime on the second line? What the hell?
that's respectfully a brutal line. Like that is not a good line.
It's not. No. Yeah,
I
I
don't
can't.
know where Trennan is. Yeah, he's not on the IR. He's not day to day.
But whatever. I mean, he's probably their 4C because they have Colton as well.
Right.
So,
He,
and it stops them from playing Chris Wagner. So,
nah,
I mean, Jean-Luc Foudy. I have no idea how he's been. He's been like he's an
Just
alright
whatever.
prospect.
I've liked him.
I
I thought
know.
he was solid.
I always get confused with him and Liam at times.
Oh, I'm thinking of Liam right now, actually. Okay, never mind.
yeah, Liam's on Columbus, right?
Liam's good.
Nashville.
I love Liam Foodie.
Is he on
He's on Nashville now.
now?
Yeah, he got
Is
claimed
he?
off waivers. Yeah,
Yeah, he's on Milwaukee.
he was on waivers. And then the big trade that they made, and we have someone here who's on the other side of it. Middlestat for Byram, 1-for-1.
Yes, sir.
I am going to be honest. I haven't really heard many things about Middlestat on Colorado.
I think he's got 10
I know
points.
he's
in-
around point per game ish.
Yeah. I mean, they've been playing pretty good, so I don't think it really
Yeah,
hurts them.
not as good as
Byram
Dallas.
wasn't doing great there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got
well,
7 and 11, kind of whatever. But
it's
Colorado needed a 2C. They got Sean Walker, so they got a defenseman anyways to replace Byram. So definitely a good trade for them. Buffalo, they're banking on Byram hitting, which if he doesn't,
I mean, the first few games he looked like he did.
yeah, and then he got a taste of the coaching staff here and decided this is not worth it. I will be bad again.
You think Granado's gone after the year?
No, I think they're going to keep him, which is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, UPL is actually playing well, so who cares?
Yeah, I mean, there's some players who are playing well, and if the other guys get back to their form of last year, they'll be perfectly fine. But if they don't, they're just kind of screwed again.
Yeah. Also, shout out Jeff Skinner, 1,000th game. What a guy!
And no playoffs.
1,000 games, no, yeah, the top 5 active players with no.
It's like him, Risto.
Risto's going to change.
He might.
And there's one
Risto
more.
might.
I know 4 of the
If he
5
plays.
are Sabres.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
not
also-
great.
Also, another shout out to Jeff Skinner, best goal song in the league, by far.
A big fan of High School
so
Musical
good.
here.
It's so good. It's actually such a good goal song.
I just love that it pisses off everyone over the age of 40.
Yeah. Get bent, boomers.
Get bent, boomers.
But yeah, speaking on the topic of Buffalo, they did trade their captain.
Yeah, that was kind of.
I know you were kind of actually happy about.
I'm honestly surprised they got anything for him. So, a 7th, or I think it's a conditional 5th, but the condition is they have to win the cup, and if they don't, it's a 7th. It's stupid, but whatever. Just getting anything for him and letting him have a chance to win a cup in what's probably his final year, I respect it.
Yeah, and it does bear the question, who's the next Buffalo captain, which I think everyone realizes is probably going to be Dahlin.
Yeah.
It should be Dahlin.
Yeah, easily, yeah.
If not, then my guess would be Tuck, but...
Yeah, I think Tuck is the one that people want just because he's from there, but I don't.
It should be Dahlin.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
It should be a leadership group of like Dahlin, then Tuck, and Gergensons, I guess.
Well, if Gergensons is back, we'll see. I don't want to talk about him too much because they had a trade in the works for him, and they was a third. I can't remember where he was going, but the fucking owner said no because he's his favorite player. I'm not kidding.
90 overall, by the way.
Yeah. Just, I love you so much, Terry Pagula. You're the best.
Also runs the Bills.
Oh, yeah. Let's not talk about the Bills right now after today either.
And now we get to another team who I'm just going to bunch in as a whole for their trades. Edmonton. Getting Troy Stetcher as, I guess, I think he's been working out. Has he been a 7th D? Pretty much. Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, no, their D pairings look the exact same. It's literally, yeah. Oh, good lord, they're still playing Vinny Desjardins. Yeah. And then, but their other big move. Where is it? Henrique and Samuel Carrick.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find what the return was.
Good.
Oh, there it is. For a first-round pick this year and a conditional
fifth, yeah.
And it was a 3-team deal because they added some goalie problem. But I mean, getting a first in general is pretty good. I know this draft's kind of.
Yeah, it'll be a late first, but I mean, 2 expiring assets. Do you really care?
I do think. I don't know if Edmonton has the cap space. I do think they should at least try to extend Henrique. I know they have a big playoffs and off season ahead of them because there's a certain German who will need a new contract soon. So,
I thought, yeah, they got to extend him next year,
and then McDavid the year after.
Henrique, yeah, they don't really have a ton of
when you have
cap coming
big
off
contracts. When you got like big contracts like that coming up and stuff, it's good to like promote from within, like the entry level contracts and like bringing up guys like that who can play like 3rd line, 4th line roles, but they just have nobody in the system. I think that can really come up and make that difference. So they're gonna have to buy their way out of the problem. So it's like,
yeah, a lot of their non-roster forwards, as Cat Friendly puts it, Borgo. He's like.
He could be ready next year.
He's just been disappointing. I don't even know.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Really
like, would you want to rely on
mantra.
that?
No.
Right. Holloway maybe. Savoie,
Holloway's been better this season.
Savoie and Lavoie could be something, but again,
Ryan McLeod is. I would say this. Ryan McLeod is a pretty good, like one of the best 3-season league this year.
Yeah, but he's already on the team and he's getting paid. Yeah. He doesn't really help with the ELC crunch.
And the other part is like a guy they bridged that they should not have bridged, Evan Bouchard.
Yeah.
Yikes. He's going to get paid. That man is going to finish top 5 in North Euro because points and his defense is not great.
At least they got Stuart Skinner for relatively cheap. So
and they have Roderick as their backup. Unless they actually no, Powell Pickard's actually having a good season for some reason.
Pickard's having a good season, but Rodrigue is decent.
He'll be their backup in the future. Unless they bring back Jack Campbell.
No, I think they'll probably buy him out this year, trade him to somebody. But like, they got a lot of guys making pennies. Janmark makes $1 million. Brown and Perry makes $775, and Sam Carrick makes $425,000.
Doesn't Connor Brown's pay jump?
Yeah, next year he's not even playing for them, and they have to pay him $3 million because.
Hey, he scored I want to say a goal, but one. No,
he has 3 now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because his stupid clause was like if he played 10 games, it was an automatic $3 million. And then he
Oh
went
my
like,
god!
Yeah.
and then it was then
Oh my!
he went from game 1 to game 50 with no goals and like 4 assists, and now he's got 3 in the last 10.
Also, shout out
Goes out
Shaden
there.
on Twitter for saying for like 3 weeks that Connor Brown was going to score a goal.
This is the week, or this is the game he
This
will.
is the game.
Hey, guess what? A blind squirrel finds a nut sometimes. So
Yeah.
he was
Bro
right.
was out there doing cardio, straight
Exactly.
cardio.
No, he was.
Straight-
That
yeah,
is
no,
not
it was-
even. Oh yeah. Touching on the Sean Walker trade one more time. It was for Ryan Johansson and a conditional 2025 first. I completely-
Honestly, just getting rid of Ryan Johansson, friend, it was worth
apparently
the first.
the rumor about Ryan Johansson is he was a locker room cancer.
Yeah,
Reminder:
I'm surprised.
Avs fans also said that Avs and Nashville fans said Dallas got locker room cancer in Matt Duchene. Now look how that's working.
Yeah, I'm surprised because I heard in Nashville he was like not the worst. I know when he was in
Yeah.
Columbus he wasn't liked. He was kind of a bit of a
So he
bit
does have a
arrogant,
track record.
But yeah, getting Walker and getting rid of Johansson for the first, definitely a good move. And then it let them get Middlestat for Byron.
And then they
which was
moved
nice.
Ben Meyer, former Hobie Baker winner Ben Myers.
Yeah, what a disappointment he's been.
It's like winning the Hobie Baker doesn't translate to success. Jimmy VC.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Hey, that's a great segue into everyone trying to. sign
Zach
Cap.
Aston Reese won a Hobie Baker.
He did.
He did?
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost
Fuck.
positive. Hold on.
Hold on,
Let me
yeah,
look
I'm
this
looking
up because I remember
past
when we.
Hobie Baker. These fuckers are actually good at hockey.
Doesn't Jack Eichel have a Hobie Baker? Same with Gaudreau.
Yeah, my point exactly.
Yep. Zach Aston Reese does, I think.
Cole Caulfield, terrible. Scott Perunovic, terrible.
Terrible.
Okay, I apologize. Cale Makar has one. Adam
Will
Gaudette
Butcher.
suck. Will Butcher. Eichel and Goudreau.
Oh wait, no. Hobie
He was a
hat trick.
finalist.
Please
He was
announce.
okay.
Oh, Hobie hat trick. Oh, good lord. Okay, never mind. Those finalists that year are
Jesus
bad. Zach Aston Reese,
Christ.
Will Butcher, and Mike Vicconi.
Oh, so
God.
he was a finalist. He wasn't a
Wow.
winner. Okay.
I don't know if he won it, but those were 3 finalists.
Either
There-
way, the
17.
fact that he was a finalist should already be
Yeah.
red flags flying.
There was a stretch of just the worst players ever winning this award. Holy hell.
Who won it last year? Was it Fantilli?
No, it was Dryden McKay, the
know-
goalie for Minnesota State.
I know Portillo has one.
Nope.
He doesn't?
Nope.
Oh.
No, the last goalie before McKay was Ryan Miller.
Hey, U.S.
Say-
legend.
Sabres just love these guys. Chris Drury, Ryan Miller, Jordan Leopold, Jack Eichel, Jimmy Vesey, Will Butcher, all Sabres at one point. Let's go. Get
Oh,
excited.
yeah, Will Butcher was. Holy hell.
Yeah.
Stars legend as well, and Penn's legend.
Yeah, now
Oh,
now
yeah.
he's somewhere. I don't know where he is.
And he's still here? Actually, he's still
No, he's not. He's not. He's with Minnesota.
Is he?
Yeah, he got traded there for like another guy.
Will Butcher. Yeah,
Wait,
Iowa
what?
Wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on
When
the
did that
Iowa.
happened?
December.
What?
He
I don't
has
even
8
see. I don't even remember that. That's crazy that I didn't even know that. What the hell?
It's crazy that I
His
still
career
remember
is
that.
so crazy. 44 points in 81 games in his rookie year, 30 and 78, still pretty good. 21, 11, 8 with the
That's fine.
Sabres, 43 points on the Texas Stars, and then he's in the AHL for Pittsburgh and Minnesota the same year.
Hey,
What the
what a
hell
guy.
happened?
what a guy.
happened?
Development. I'll just lump these two trades together because Duclair to Tampa, who has been a great fit, by the way,
Oh yeah,
Unbelievable.
awesome
Basically gave up nothing.
for a third and an all right D prospect in Jack Thompson,
Yeah.
and then Tampa also got Matt Dumba. So
I actually got to watch Duclair live in Tampa when, like a game or maybe it was his second game in Tampa, and he just looked like he had been there forever. Like he just looks so strong. He looks like really what they needed on that top,
Yeah.
like in that top six. Like he looks like he's got some grit to him. He gets to the front of the net. He's a great
fast.
finisher. He's fast. He keeps up with point, and he can keep up with like what Kucherov can like. Because the thing about Kucherov is like, yeah, he's not moving fast, but he spreads the ice so well that you have to be fast to be able to keep up with his mind, pretty much. And I just watched it all unfold, and they just look so good. I think the game I went to, he scored, Point scored off an assist. Point got a hat trick. I think 2 assists from Duclair, and Duclair got a goal.
Helped me in fantasy.
Yeah. So, but he's looked fantastic. He's looked great. And Dumba looked good as well. He was more kind of he. The thing about Dumba, it was more like what you kind of want to see out of a defenseman. You don't really notice him. You don't really notice him messing up, and you don't really notice him being an outlier offensively, like as a great player. But like when you don't notice a defenseman, more
That's
times than
usually a
not,
good thing.
yeah, right. It's going to usually be a good thing. So that's at least what I noticed from watching them live.
Yeah, I mean, they're down Sergachev, and they're playing Hayden Fleury a lot of minutes. They're playing Emil Martinson Lilleberg. I really hope I got the name right. And
Perbix is getting some extended time. Radish,
yeah,
getting some extended time looks, and they look good too.
Perbix is like a decent defenseman. So.
No, he is. He's great.
But
he's good for his role. He can step up a little bit when he needs to.
Yeah, and they're in the midst of a playoff hunt still.
Right.
It's still weird to say that they're in the midst of it because usually at this point of the year,
no team wants to play them in the first.
No team does. No. If I'm Toronto, I'm praying I don't know because
if I'm Toronto, I'm just gonna curl up in a ball and cry. I'm just gonna curl up in a ball and cry if I'm Toronto.
So I'll lump this team together as well with their trades. I'll start off with the less major one. Kuznetsov to Carolina, half retained for a third. Just getting that for Kuznetsov is good. And then I know this is tough for you, Jake Gensel and Ty Smith for Michael Bunting, who I'm pretty sure he's also been a really good fit.
He's been very good.
Vili Koivunen, who I like as a prospect. Vasily Ponomarov. I really don't think I got that name right. Cruz Lucius, who I think he's with Wisconsin.
Yep.
And then conditional 2024 first and a conditional 2024 fifth, and the Pens retain 25% of Gensel's salary, and Carolina also gets Ty Smith. And I know he's staying with Wilkes-Barre because Carolina doesn't have an AHL team.
Right.
Gensel's also been a really good fit in Carolina. He's been fantastic. He's probably the best player Aho's ever played with, which kind of feels weird to say because they have Svechnikov, but he's probably better than Svech at this point. So I'll let you take it away because you're the Pens fan here.
Oh boy. Okay. I've really liked Bunting a lot. I think what he brings is exactly what Patrick Hornquist used to bring. He's a guy who crashes the net, has a lot of energy. He can play in the top six. Doesn't seem to really have a shot that can score from anywhere, but he crashes the net, attacks the middle of the ice hard. He works well in the corners. He's got a lot of heart. He brings a lot of passion to the line, especially when, guys like Malkin or Ricard Raquel, like that's who he's on a line with right now. When they look really like down and out of it, Bunting will go make a crazy hit or he'll make a great block shot and Malkin will be like, oh, maybe I should try because my teammate's literally putting his life on the line right now for me. So he's really been a spark plug throughout the game for those guys, and it's been really huge. They've had a little win streak here where Bunting's been huge for them. He got Malkin to score. He's scoring a lot now. Now that he's playing with Malkin, Malkin's scoring a lot now. Raquel scored last night. I actually went to that game as well in New Jersey last night, Penguins versus Devils. And you could just tell the way it almost looks like Malkin's like, oh my God, like Bunting just looks like he's outworking me right now. Like I gotta step up my game, because this guy's out here giving his heart. But so he's been pretty good. I really like him. It does suck that he kind of only really scores in front of the net, but on the worst finishing team in the league, right? Exactly, on one of the worst scoring teams in the league somehow. They need a guy who can just clean up in front of the net. So I'm not mad about that. I like him. As for the prospects, Vasily Ponomarev is probably going to be coming up. He's week to week right now.
He got like 2
but
games with Carolina earlier in the
right,
year. He scored. He
and he
got a goal and he
scored.
got an assist.
Yep.
He looks
He's
good.
very skilled.
Right. He looks like he's got a lot of upside. I think he can be a third line center that can provide some spark here and there. Strong on his edges. He's got an NHL frame. He's got a really good shot. The guy he just looks NHL ready, which is really good for us considering we need those kind of guys, young guys like that. We don't have, we got Poulan, but like I don't know, he's got a lot of stuff going on,
Yeah.
but he's looked decent in the NHL so far, Poulan, but honestly, I'd rather see them give Ponomarev a good shot out here. Koivunen, he looks really good. He looks like a good upside player. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Valtteri Puustinen, a little bit, just the way that the small guy with a hard shot who can make good plays, decent edge work, but still kind of small, but does have a lot of heart in the game.
Koivunen also has that two-way game to him as well.
Exactly, right. And so does Puustinen, but the thing is they're just smaller guys, so there is a certain limit to what they can do at the NHL level without having ridiculous skating skills and muscle. But that's all stuff that can be worked on, whatever. But point is, he looks good. And Cruz Lucius, got to watch him play in the Frozen Four tournament here. He looked good. He leads Wisconsin in points, and he's only 19. So he's a solid prospect. I think all these guys are like B+ prospects, which is not bad. I would have definitely rather had like Blake or not.
Morrow.
I'm not a huge fan of Morrow, but Morrow would have been
just
good. Right, Morrow just signed, or Nadeau, either of the Nadeaus.
Josh isn't the one that's not signed. Josh isn't the one that's signed.
No. But both of them, like, have you? I know Bradley Nadeau's crazy, but I don't know if you've really gotten to look at Josh. He's good too. He's really solid. I like him a lot. I got to watch that main game, but it does have a lot to do with that he's playing with Bradley. They have really good chemistry. But point is also one thing that really does blow about the trade is that the condition on that first round pick is they have to make the cup. That kills me.
I mean, I don't think. Here's the thing about Carolina, and this has kind of been their Achilles heel like the last few years. Well, a few things have outside of they can't win on the road, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Proving goaltending. Like,
right.
How proven is Kochetkov going to be come playoff time?
Mm-hmm.
I like Kochetkov a lot. I really do. And here's the thing: who are you starting? Because Freddie Anderson has been on fire.
Right.
Since he's come back. But his playoff track record.
Not so great. Right. So
and there's just better teams in the East.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I also do think, Zach and I have talked about this before, like connector players. I genuinely think Jake Gensel is probably a top 3. I'd say I can't really think off the top of my head of any better connector players than Jake Gensel at the moment. I'm sure there are, but I can't think of any right now. But the point is, like, he can be surrounded by solid players. Like, he's being surrounded by Aho, who is not Sidney Crosby. But when you take into account Seth Jarvis on the other side as well, it does couple together to be a lot of great talent, especially when you also think he's not just connecting those two guys. He's also got the 2 defensemen. And those 2 defensemen, no matter who they trot out there, are really good defensemen. So Jake Gensel can really make a play with whoever's out there for that team. Mm-hmm. None of them will ever be Crosby, but when you bring it all together, there's a lot of skill out there that he can work with, and he's shown it. I mean, if you watch the way he plays, the puck's on his stick and off his stick pretty quickly, and he's always making the right play, either a shot or a pass, a move. Then that's just kind of how connector players are, and that's really good when you got a guy like Seth Jarvis taking off. You can make a quick bump pass out to him on a breakout, or you can give it to, Sebastian Aho or, Brett Burns at the point for a shot. There's so many things that it's like a little playground for a connector kind of player for Jake Gensel. So, yeah, he's good. I got a $75 or $65 jersey when I went to Pittsburgh for a game right after he got traded. They were just a fire sale on his jersey. So I got a $65 jersey, fully authentic and everything, Jake Gensel. Yeah, it was awesome. But definitely gonna miss him. He's a great guy.
He'd be a captain
definitely-
on a lot of other teams.
Yeah, he would be, and but he's not worth 10 mil in my opinion.
No.
Especially when Crosby retires, I don't think he's going to be worth 10 mil. I do think the narrative that Crosby made him, although that is correct, it's not like he would be useless anywhere else, as he's proving. I never thought he would be useless, but one thing I will say is if he's the main guy on the line, it won't work. It won't work. I don't think he can ever be the main guy. But yeah, I kind of went on a little bit of a rant, but yeah, that's my view on the Gensel trade.
And y'all caught up Blomqvist.
Yeah, love that. Also, we have 3 really good goalies now. Like, I love this, and we still suck, which I don't.
And Ned's walking, so
I hate that. I hate that. He's so good. I love that move when we got him. I'm like, no way, we just got Nedeljkovic. Everybody's like, he saw. He was like pretty mid.
It's Detroit. They've been ruining goalies like the last 2 years.
Exactly, and I'm like, dude, you guys don't remember what he was like when in his rookie year. Like, you can't. He's still got the potential. Like, he's not like an old player where he's kind of washed. Like, he can still make something of himself. Right.
So
I think running a tandem of him and Jari would be, well, it has been fantastic. Our defense just sucks, but I would love to see him resign. But I mean, if we have to let him walk, Blomqvist is a solid backup, right? So it's
there's whatever. One more team I'm lumping together with their trades because they made the trades with the same team the same day. It's basically Toffoli and Colin Miller to Winnipeg for a third, a 24 third, a 25 second, and whatever they got for Colin Miller. I know Toffoli's been a really good fit. I know bonuses, lines, stuff has been questionable.
Wow, who saw that coming?
Yeah, I know, crazy. It's like I experienced the same thing.
Yeah. Is Miller playing? I don't think he's their seventh.
He's their 7th.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'd rather play him over Nate Schmidt at this point. But Toffoli's been a really good fit. I know Winnipeg right now, they're kind of in a rut. Gee, who could have seen that coming? It's like I caught it. But, I mean, they'll be a playoff team. I do think they're first round exit again. At some point with that team and with that goaltending, how do you get over the hump?
You black magic.
Because, like, here's the thing. I just realized also this is Bonus' last year on his deal. They're going to need a new coach next season unless he comes back.
That actually makes them better.
That might. And, like, Cole Perfetti, he's been on the 4th line a lot for some reason. I don't understand it. Follows on their 4th line.
I was going to say, looking at their lines right now.
Mason Appleton.
This makes no sense what this team is doing.
Nick Ehlers gets, like, 13 minutes a night.
Yeah, they finally reunited Ehlers, Scheifele, Velarde, and because they took Connor away from Scheifele, Connor's now playing like crap. Perfetti's on the 2nd line right wing.
Yeah.
Appleton's playing above Iafallo. Your 4th line center is Nemesnikov.
Like, their center core is fine.
Yeah. I mean, it
doesn't really move the needle, but
Morrissey, Pionk. They got Dylan Sandberg on the 2nd line.
Their D core is not that good. Like, I do think it's carried by Morrissey.
Yeah.
But you have Hellebuck back there, so it's like.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you play a goalie 5,000 times a year, they slowly start to fall off.
They burn out. Gee, it's like that happened to Cam Talbot the year he was up for the Vezina.
Gee, it's like it happens all the time. Yeah, he's down to a 919. Yeah. But, I mean, we've seen it with a bunch of goalies. I know Shesterkin's had a resurgence, but he sucked to start the year. Vasi's been bad. Sorokin's been terrible. These goalies just can't keep playing. Yeah.
Although recently Ottinger's been coming back to form. So. Yeah. But, like, you see it all the time. You can't burn out a goalie. You need the league is going to more of that 1A, 1B stuff, and I really like it. Like, you see it in Boston. Boston's a great example of it.
Although they're probably going to lose one of them.
They're going to lose Olmark in the offseason to probably complete the. I do want to touch on this. I really do, because it's probably one of the more interesting non-trades to happen. The rumor was, I believe.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, the rumor, I believe, was Olmark to LA for it was what, PLD?
I think it was PLD and Kaliev, and then
Which
something else.
Probably a goalie in return.
Yeah, because they're
Probably like Riddick.
They weren't calling up.
They're not coming up Portillo. So it's very interesting because they need a center. Bad. And I know the other rumor was like, oh, Vancouver's gonna flip Lindholm, who by the way has been terrible with them. Great way to lose $5 million. They were gonna flip him to Boston and then go get Gensel.
Yeah.
Which is
interesting because I wonder what they would have got from Boston in a Lindholm trade to flip for Gensel.
I think the rumor was DeBrusk.
Well, it would have had to have been more than just DeBrusk.
Yeah, I think
because there was no way they were going to pay max price for Lindholm, flip him for half of it, and then get Gensel. Because you look.
I think that's what the rumor was.
Jesus, it's a poorly run team.
Yeah, I think it was like DeBrusk and like Grizzly or something, which is interesting. But I mean, POD has. I'm not gonna touch that contract with a 5-foot pole. And then there's one more trade that happened before the deadline, and we touched on a bit last time. That I texted Jacob about this a few nights ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nylander.
Oh, stop.
Oh man, he's been so good.
What happened?
It only took 17 teams for him to figure it out, but Jesus Christ.
It's called giving bro a chance when he was clearly ready. And that's just something we just, for some reason,
I don't know why Pittsburgh wouldn't have. I understood Chicago, because they were when that first trade happened, but fuck, man.
Yeah, he's been disgusting.
I cannot believe we didn't let him give. I've been wanting him to play. Like, I'm like, what do we need? Scoring. What does Nylander do? Score. Like,
you don't consistently need to trade for good defensive guys that don't score for shit.
Yes, let's go get Jansen Harkins. Let's get Jeff Carter. No.
I will say this. I like Emil Bemstrom. I really do. But
I do too, but that Nylander points could really, come in handy right now.
Yeah. But he's been, for some reason, nasty. And
he's also getting a different role, and he's also playing with a lot younger guys who play at a faster pace, which is kind of what he needs.
Yeah,
when he came here,
he's playing with Voronkov and Gaudreau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, by the way, with Voronkov, apparently the KHL's trying to bring him back.
I saw that. Yeah, Akbar is trying to bring him back.
Bro cannot escape the gulag.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. One more team I want to bring up. I completely forgot about this.
Yeah, because we gotta.
The Devils getting. The Devils getting Kakkonen and Jake Allen. Essentially just shuffling their goaltending, which has not fixed much.
Allen had a couple decent games, but I mean,
he had a good game against Dallas.
There's got to be something wrong with that team because, like, no goalie, no matter who they have.
Coach right now also is Travis Green.
Yeah, but I mean, even under Ruff, it wasn't. Yeah. There was issues going on.
But so that's all I'm going to touch on there. That's really it for the trade deadline. Obviously, we didn't talk about the smaller deals.
But you're not going to talk about the biggest deal of all. Where is it?
Jack Roslovic. I forgot about that.
Fuck! That's the one I was. Yep, Jack Roslovic to the Rangers. Get excited.
But he's a good player, very skilled.
He's been solid for him.
Yeah, I think that helps.
Good player. So yeah, next we're going to talk about the playoff race. I'd say both. It's mainly the East because that wild card race is a shit show right now.
A lot more.
He's autistic.
Yeah, it is insane. It's fun though. I love it. Somehow the Pens are still in it.
We don't deserve it. We don't. I love my team, but we do not deserve it.
If the Pens make it, I think Crosby should win the Hart at that point.
He's got to at least
like
both.
actually, I think he should be a finalist if they make the playoffs, because you know the meme "You Are My Sunshine" that they do for LeBron. That is literally how
LeBron
everybody
won.
in Pittsburgh views Crosby at this moment. This man is on like a heater of like 4 games where he's gotten like 2 multi-point games. Like
If he doesn't finish, I'd be shocked. I wouldn't be too shocked if he doesn't finish top 5 because how other seasons.
He should
go.
be top 5,
but he should
I don't think.
be.
I don't know. It depends on where the Penguins finish.
I'd have him over. Yeah. I'd have him over Matthews on my ballot.
Because when he
60
tries,
yeah, I know.
When Crosby tries and he cares, like he is so dominant. Like when we were in Pittsburgh for the game, it was against Edmonton, and he looked so uninspired. He looked so like just. It was right after Dempsey got traded, and he just didn't look in it at all. And you could tell because the rest of the team just sucked. But when Crosby's in it, like for example, last night Crosby was dominant everywhere, and you could tell that the team just rallied around him. Like if they make playoffs, he has to be a top 5. I know top 3 is going to be a bit of a stretch, but
it's
top
a stretch.
5,
yeah,
you got to give him top 5.
I know there's a few teams hanging on for dear life. Buffalo is pretty much hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, New Jersey's 6 out. Buffalo's 5. Pens are 3.
Islanders are 1. Detroit
Red Wings are tied.
It seems like Tampa kind of has the wild card 1 locked up.
Yeah, they got a 7-point lead on Washington. I think they're fine.
But
the interesting one's Philly because they're 3rd in the Metro with 83. Washington could pass them. Islanders could pass them. Technically, Pittsburgh could still do it. Like they're only 4 back.
And Philly's goaltending.
I also want to point out, it is hilarious. The Flyers are 3rd with a -17 goal differential.
Woo!
Washington is the second wild card with a -35, and then the Islanders are a point out with a -27.
Yeah. Well, at least with the Caps, that's their scoring problems. Like with the Flyers, it's a lot of their goaltending.
Yeah. It'll be interesting too because I'm pretty sure a lot of these teams play each other to end the year.
Shout out Fedotov, 6'8". And Kolasov in the AHL.
The Penguins actually play the Capitals tomorrow, so that's going to be huge. Because if the Penguins beat the Caps in regulation, they'll be 1 point behind them.
Yeah, that's.
I gotta check this. Yeah, so Buffalo plays of their next 4 games. It's Philly, Detroit, Washington.
It's pretty much if they lose like 1 or 2 of those 3.
No, but it's really funny though because they could beat Philly and Washington and lose to Detroit and fuck up the entire spectrum, like the standings of it.
I hope that happens. I really do.
It would be really funny.
I my opinion, I want to see Detroit make it just because it's been a while, and Detroit in the playoffs, it's always. Even if they're not good, that city's always. It looks great to play in during the playoffs, no matter what.
I don't. My ideal situation is so unrealistic. It's Pittsburgh takes 3rd.
Oh, I thought it was Buffalo.
No, Buffalo's not making it. It's Pittsburgh takes 3rd, and the Islanders take 2nd.
I like that. I like that.
Because I hate Philly for no good reason. I
Let's
hate
fill
the
it up.
Caps.
Yeah.
Hey Joey, you're fucking annoying. And I hate the Red Wings because of Patrick Kane. So
shout out Dylan Strome.
I'm so shocked that you don't have anything to hate the Penguins over.
No, I love Crosby. I love Crosby and I love Carlson. So
it's just everybody in the NHL world just loves to hate the Penguins. So I
think it's just because they're successful. But as a Canadian, I've always loved Crosby.
And
then getting Erik Karlsson was amazing. So.
Switching to the west side,
it's much more boring.
It's pretty chalk. I know St. Louis pretty much.
Basically, the Kings are the Blues.
It's pretty chalk. It's crazy.
It's mid or mid. I mean, it's mid or it's pretty much Dallas getting revenge against St. Louis or the Kings losing in 5 to Dallas. I will give the Kings a game because they have veteran talent.
I think the interesting part more so is
who's finishing.
Who's going to get what? Like, does Vegas? Well, Vegas can't fall out now. They're 5 points clear of the Kings.
They're They're only 2 points clear. No, I was gonna say something. No, they can't.
Yeah, Edmonton probably. Well, they could. They have 2 games in hand. If they win both, they're a point back. That would be interesting.
Yeah, That would be very interesting. And the top of the Central, I mean, Winnipeg's kind of not
Yeah,
really
it's
in
either
that
going to
anymore.
be like if Colorado catches Dallas, it's Dallas Winnipeg, or it's Colorado Winnipeg. It's one of the
I will bring this up. Dallas does play Colorado on Sunday.
True. That could be
And
big.
Dallas will be on a back-to-back, and Colorado won't. Fuck you, NHL scheduling.
I'm kind of praying for Edmonton to beat out Vancouver for first, only because I want Edmonton Vegas in the second round.
Yeah,
I feel like Edmonton Vegas in the first round kind of.
that's a conference final, dude. Like,
yeah,
that's
the
just a
one
conference
the one
final.
thing is like Nashville after that hot streak, they've lost 3 straight, and the Kings have lost 3 straight. So
yeah, I kind of brought St. Louis back. You could say Minnesota as well, but like, who cares?
Yeah,
it's Minnesota. Who cares? Like, they're
exactly.
mid.
Even if they make it, I just have no faith. That team's been very disappointing.
Yeah, I mean LA. I mean, I think LA is the first round exit just because how can their goaltending really reach another level?
This whole season I've been looking at their goaltending, going, "How are you still here?" And it's just the Sonic meme of like, I have no idea.
I mean, yeah, and they're not going to call up. They're not going to call up Portillo probably till next year. They're a really interesting team for the future, but right now it's just. But I will say this: shout out to Keel Thomas, finally made the NHL.
Good for him.
Yeah.
You know,
great story.
It's kind of cool to see because didn't Turcotte also get his he got to play a bit this year?
That's why Thomas is up right now.
Oh, did he get hurt?
Yeah, Turcotte's hurt.
Okay. I mean,
Turcotte's also played well, which so I'm very happy
hasn't played
about
great.
that.
4-20 is not phenomenal, but
yeah, but he's a two-way center.
Yeah,
but Vancouver, I will say this: Vancouver is also really interesting because they've also kind of hit a rut a bit.
Yeah, I think
and Demko's also hurt.
I was gonna say injuries have definitely hurt them a bit. I think Demko's out, and some of those guys just can't keep scoring at the pace they were at. Yeah. I remember there was a time when they were like Hughes, Pedersen, and Miller are all going to get 100, and right now it looks like only
JT. Yeah,
he still has to get 5 in the next, I think 7.
It's possible.
It is, but it's even Besser at one point. He was scoring a goal per game, and now he's at not even a point per game. Hronik's down to 46 and 75.
Yeah.
So
he's also going to get paid this summer.
Absolutely.
I know. Also, side note: Seattle can get fully eliminated tonight. I know Toronto can clinch. Seattle Seattle gets eliminated tonight. So, they have a lot to address this offseason, especially kind of in net.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Kind of, and the offense, because a lot of those guys fell off. I know a lot of guys on that team had career years last year, but if you have seen Matty Beniers' offensive output this year,
oh god, it is abysmal. That whole draft class just had like a really rough.
The best player from it right now, and I know I'm tooting the Stars horn right now. It's Wyatt Johnston.
So. Is he that class? Oh fuck! I thought he was the year before. Yeah,
no, 21. That's 21. 21 was Johnston and Stankoven.
Yeah.
So
he went third.
Who
was that? That was Kent Johnson was 5th.
No, that was
third was because Power Beniers, somebody, Luke Hughes, Kent Johnson. Because they were all 4 of them were the Michigan guys. I don't know who went third.
So stupid for not knowing this. Oh, McTavish.
Yeah.
Well, he's been good.
So. Yeah, he has been good.
Bit injury prone, but he's been good.
Yeah.
And then our final topic, and I will also bundle up college free agency with this. Here's the thing. I don't know much about college hockey. I will preface that right now. I don't. Frozen 4. I did watch a few games because they're on ESPN. Mm-hmm. So
I'm
BC
big into
Quinnipiac,
college if you need me.
Wild. BC Quinnipiac. Wild. Yeah, please.
Yep. Yeah. Quinnipiac is one of those teams that doesn't have a whole lot of NHL like prospects per se, but they all play a hard-nosed style of hockey, and they're all guys who I think a lot of teams would love to sign. They're just they normally get a lot of like through the transfer portal kind of stuff. But obviously, there's BC they had to play against, and if anybody got to watch that goal in the overtime, Jacob, did you get to see the goal that Quinnipiac let up in overtime?
No, I haven't actually.
It was heartbreaking. The guy tried to clear the front of the net. taps it right to the BC player's stick, and he puts it in.
Yeah,
It was so tragic. I think Zach and I were both watching it together. Well, not together, but like I was watching, he was watching, and then we texted, and he goes, and I just go, brutal. That's gonna sit with that kid for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life, that kid's gonna be thinking about letting that happen.
Yeah.
Like that's
Sorry,
so
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, you got to see. Let's get a live
brutal.
reaction here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
What?
Honestly, they played so good against a powerhouse like BC.
Yeah, if that defenseman just clears it, like just gets it at oh my god.
If he just elevates it, even if he does that force, he just elevates it. It clears.
I don't know many players on Quinnipiac except Colin Graff. Who I know the team's still in for Graff, or I believe Minnesota, New York, the Rangers.
No, Rangers just backed out apparently.
Okay. It's Minnesota, Boston, who I'm kind of expecting him to sign with, and Pittsburgh.
Hooray! We need him.
Yeah, like unironically.
You know what's funny? I watch Colin Graff play, and he kind of reminds me of Alex Nylander a little bit. Just the way that they move. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess we'll just cycle in another Alex Nylander, which would be nice.
I know Dylan Anhorn's a free agent, but he's also like 25.
Yeah. But
I know
BC...
the Leafs also got somebody. They got some center who's Jacob Quillen. Yeah, he projects as a fourth line.
Oh, from Quinnipiac.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
I read up on him. Good. A lot of people just project him as a fourth line penalty killer.
He will be, but still, it's a solid piece. It's a solid piece to pick up out of a tournament for sure.
And then for the transfer portal wise, the biggest name I texted you about this, Matthew Wood.
Yeah, it's about time.
And Arseny Sergeyev.
Yep.
And Charlie Stramel. That just came out I want to say today. Charlie Stramel.
Where's he going to?
He was in Wisconsin.
The rumor.
I think. He was in Wisconsin.
The rumor for Wood is Minnesota.
It's not bad.
Good. I think they need a guy like him, especially
and
with, like,
same for and Stramel also might be Minnesota.
Oh well, that kind of negates exactly what I was going to say.
I'm not high on Stramel, so
I'm not high on Stramel either. I think he'll be a really good fourth line center, though.
Yeah, you don't take that in the first round.
No, you don't.
But
wait, he's Minnesota, right? He's the Wild, right?
Honestly,
he was their first rounder,
right? The thing, remember, but we got to think about with the Wild is their center depth, like they don't really need a crazy center. No. They just need a grindy, scrappy center because all of their scoring and skill comes from the wing. Yeah. Like there was a point where Ryan Hartman was our first line center, and honestly, it wasn't even killing them. Like
especially with the emergence of Rossi, and they just signed that. I can never say this guy's names right. Kusnudinov.
Yeah, I can't say it right either. I'm not even trying anymore.
Murat,
we're gonna punt on that.
Yeah,
they also signed Height.
Height.
Oh, Riley Height. Yeah,
he could be more of a winger, though. Honestly, I don't see him.
He's got some really good prospects. That this one not turning out, I don't think it's gonna bite them too hard.
Right.
No, it's
Yurov, Ogren. They still got Lambos.
Ogren came over too, so
nice.
Yeah.
I know Yurov's rumored to probably stay in the K for another year,
which is fine. I mean, I don't think they really have a spot for him right now, to be honest.
But Wood, we'll say this about Matthew Wood. I wouldn't be shocked for him to go stay as a junior. I know Snugger is doing that right now, which is interesting. I spoke to one of my friends who's a Blues fan. He said, he didn't really think there's a spot for him on the Blues right now because, what are you going to do? Stick him with Kevin Hayes, who pretty much brings down every line mate at this point?
Yeah, right. That was actually something really cool. I got to watch. When my buddy goes to Penn State, and I got to go up there and watch them play against Minnesota. Snuggerud is a play driver. He's gonna need a lot more support on his line than people think. Play drivers that come out of college go to the NHL. They need some adjusting time and adjusting period and need some help. If he's gonna get stuck with Kevin Hayes, that's kind of gonna drop. That's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good for him, especially he's He could be a center. He could be a winger.
He's a winger.
He's a winger for sure. In the NHL, he's playing center in college right now. It's like
I don't think
it's
that's a
weird.
smart choice. Like, here's the thing. They need Oliver Moore to just be their first line center next year for Minnesota.
Agreed.
They need to.
Agreed. Thank you. Yes, I love Oliver Moore.
Here, people, because I looked at his stats, they are not eye popping, but we know how good he can be.
Who Oliver Moore?
Yeah.
Oh well, I didn't tell you about this. Oh, when I went to the Penn State game, I got to watch 2 games because they normally play 2 games.
Mhm.
They'll play them twice whenever they travel. So I got to watch them play twice. Oliver Moore's on the 4th line. Oliver Moore is literally. Oh, also, when you play Oliver Moore on the power play, first off, he's not on the first power play, which is also criminal.
That's not shocking.
Where would you put Oliver Moore when you're on a power play? Where would you put Oliver Moore?
Not net front. Probably bumper.
Yeah, try net front. That's where they stuck him for both days. I thought it was a fluke. I'm like, no, maybe he just migrated there, and that's just how the play developed. No, face off one, he goes and stands in front of the net.
You gotta let him use his speed.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
You have to let him use his
time,
speed.
Yeah, and whenever he's out there, they don't really get him free. Like he kind of just grinds and goes back to the bench. Like they are really restricting him on his skill, and it was quite sad because I went in like guns a blazing about Oliver Moore, and he just drops like an egg, and then my friends are like, "That guy sucked. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh man, it's heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to watch in person."
Yeah, and then so the Frozen Four is BC versus Michigan. And Denver versus BU. I'm going to be honest. I think it'll be a BC versus BU final, and I think that would be so sick.
I think BU is going to wipe them, though. I think BU should wipe them.
As greedy as I am wanting a lot of these guys in the NHL literally right now, I mean, they'll sign. I mean, I think a lot of those guys are going to sign.
Oh, yeah.
I did see that Michigan game. It was really good until the third.
Yeah.
When Michigan just turned it on. Frank Nazar with the play of the tournament. I mean,
yep.
He's signing after the year. He's so good.
He's so good. He's so good. I think with Michigan it's weird because they're playing the exact same way they did like last year and the year before when they had an abundance of talent, and they still have some great talented players. They still got like McGroarty, right? Brindley. Luca Fantilli's been pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Isn't Luca Fantilli a Pens prospect?
Pens?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Hold on.
I want to say he is.
I don't think so.
I don't know if he's even signed.
Wait, Fantilli or Pinelli?
Fantilli. I'm talking about Fantilli. Yeah, I think you're thinking about Pinelli.
You're thinking
who I think is a Penguins prospect.
Luca's not signed. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure he hasn't been drafted yet.
No, he's 21. No, Lucas
he's 21.
21. Yeah. And
wait, he's older than.
He's older.
What?
Yeah, Lucas Fantilli is older than his brother.
All right, that just blew my mind. Okay, wow, he looks like a baby. He looks younger than his brother.
He does.
Okay, that's news to me. But point is like they very much, and Seamus Casey is hurt.
Yeah.
Don't they
have Chesley?
No, that's Minnesota.
Okay, I was getting them mixed up.
Yeah, he also was not impressive at all, really.
I wonder if he's going to sign.
But
Washington.
I think BC is also BC is what Michigan was last year, but without the grinding aspect. The BC doesn't really work for the puck that much. They get beat in the corners a lot, but the thing is, you cannot let go of them. Like if you're grinding and you're getting on top of them, beating them the puck, you cannot slip up because they will attack and they will capitalize on any mistake that you make. And it's with like clockwork with how good their skill is. Like you cannot make a mistake against them. But for the most part, it's weird. The whole tournament, they've kind of been getting bullied and pushed around physically. Like they haven't really been anything special. Like I've seen Cutter Gauthier get lit up like twice. Will Smith got leveled. Ryan Leonard's had a target on his head the last 2 games.
I mean, he's been great though.
He's been
probably
great,
been their
but
best player.
right. But it's just weird because they have so much skill, but they just look like they're getting pushed around. And yeah, the scores show that they're doing so well. But if you watch the game, it's like these guys are not
Yeah, no, I watched
competing.
the second period for I just got them mixed up. BC, like they were turning the puck over a lot
Exactly.
against
Yeah.
Winnipeg.
Because they're pressure. They were getting pressured and making bad plays. But they can work really well in transition because they have a lot of speed and they have a lot of skill. But yeah, you're right. They were turning the puck over a lot because they were getting hounded. They were getting hit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
BU's the best team left in the tournament, I think. Like
BU is very good.
Celebrini, Willander, God, I really
Hudson.
don't know anyone. Yeah, Lane. Who's 100%? It's 99%. He's going pro after the year. I mean,
He's so good. He's
so good. He's so good. Wish he was a star.
Wish he was a first rounder.
Yeah.
Crazy to think the Penguins
Size.
picked Pickering over him. Oh, how lovely. How lovely that is.
I love judging prospects only based off size and nothing else. NHL GMs.
I love Owen Pickering. I love Owen Pickering. I love Owen Pickering. He's so great. He's so great.
He can be good.
No, he can't. He won't be better than Lane Hudson. I'll tell you that much. You know who also got picked after Owen Pickering? Brad Lambert, Danila Yorov. Oh my gosh, dude! I was pissed.
Coolidge.
Coolidge, McGroarty, all got picked after. Oh no, McGroarty went right before. Right before, right. But point is it's just so annoying. But yeah, so Denver's also good. They have Zeev Boyum, who's
don't they have both?
They do have both. But Zeev is the guy I think a lot of people will be watching for because he's draft eligible. Rizzo, correct? Yep, Rizzo. Yeah, Jack Devine, I think, is also another one.
Zeev's really good Zeev's really good offensively. We've been having a hard time trying to figure out a comp for him.
Yeah, Jacob, if you have a comp for Zeev Boyum, we're all ears.
I've asked a few people. One of my buddies, shout out the Habitant. He said like early Shane Gostisbehere.
Yeah.
But Shane Goss, the thing about Zeev is, his defense isn't great, but he also gaps up really well, and he's not afraid of contact. Gostisbehere was never really a contact guy.
Yeah, no, he was the ghost within his name was for the non-contact part.
For his lack of defense. I love that. But the thing about Zeev is he does gap up really well. He's a great skater. He's got all the fundamentals down. He doesn't get beat one-on-one or in corners that much. It's just he makes really bad reads. Mm-hmm. That's his issue. He just doesn't read the defensive end that well. And that's what makes him so hard to comp because he's a great physical. Right. He's an offensive defenseman, but he's also really good at one-on-one defense. He's a great skater. He's part of that U.S. development program. They're all great skaters there. He's got good edge work. He's fast, gaps up. He's just
I
when
would
they're
say
set
Tyson
up in the
Berry,
zone, he gets beat.
Insulting. I want to say Tyson Berry, but that's just
he's better. Exactly. So it's such a hard comp, and I don't know if we're ever gonna get a perfect one. I think he's just his own entity. This man is
he might just be a unique player.
Can't the other one I've seen is Lane Hudson.
Right, that is cool.
Can't comp that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lane Hudson's kind of too, but I'd
say Quinn Hughes for Lane Hudson, but
yeah, that's fair.
But Quinn Hughes' defense has improved so much.
Right, exactly. Because that's the thing. You'll never really. I mean, it's very rare to get a perfect comp. You kind of got to make compromises. But for Zeev, if you make a compromise, all the compromises we've been trying to make are just so drastic that it's
offensive defenseman.
It's just so hard to get an actual comp from. And another huge thing is he's a lefty, which makes it even weirder to try and make a comp for him. I was thinking Zach Werenski, but that's all it's
Zach Werenski is also good in his own end.
Right, exactly. So it's difficult. It's so difficult. I have no idea.
But I mean, Denver's also really good. They can definitely
make some noise
attempt
for
to
sure.
take up. Michigan. Who's their? No, I was gonna say Michigan's really good. MSU. I thought MSU would actually win. I really did. I mean, they have Lev, Augustine, Isaac Howard.
They didn't play Lev like
They did
at
not.
all, dude.
They
They
did
didn't
not.
play
And
Lev at all.
he is definitely their best player this season.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. They got
He's
21
awesome.
Savage. 21 Savage.
Oh yeah, Red Savage. Yeah, shit. But yeah, I like Red Savage, fourth line guy. Woo.
Yeah, I love Red.
But yeah, I think it'll be BC of BU, and I think BU will win. I mean, Celebrini's just.
Who's BU's goalie? I forget because I know BC's got Jacob Fowler, but I feel like BU has a really good goalie too.
It's in University men's. Okay. Wait, I can just look on NCAA right now. I'm stupid. Can I?
BU has, it looks like it's Matthew Caron, 39 games played.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I will say this. I didn't know this until the tournament that Rabble was on UMass. So also,
You didn't know that?
No, I did not.
Oh yeah, he's been kind of shitting for them though.
Also, there's a line brawl in the Rangers Devils game.
Oh,
nice.
They started Matt Rempe.
Oh well,
And
that
the,
was
and the
doomed to
Devils,
fail.
I think, started Curtis McDermott. So,
Oh boy,
yay! We love stage fights.
But yeah, that'll probably be it. We touched on everything, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Alrighty, you guys. All right, so thank you everyone for watching. This is a great episode, very chilled, very laid back, got everything covered, and we'll see how everything unfolds here at the end of the year, and we'll probably get one going here.
Hopefully, get one before playoffs. Yeah,
hopefully,
that's our
because
goal.
I got a lot of stuff going on. We got my dad's
Finals.
wedding and then nationals in the next 2 weeks, so might be a little.
And it's getting close.
down.
And for college-wise, it's getting close to finals.
Oh right, so yeah, but we will certainly try. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching.